guys, Ray Guy here for another video. Today's video is another RPG a day video. Today's video is going to be the 26th in this long-running series of questions hosted by the Autocratic channel about RPGs, all in the month of August. And today's question is, favourite inspiration for your game? Now, I feel like this question is asking for like a singular thing, like a book that you really like, a film that you really enjoy, and such like. But when I really thought about this question, I sat down and thought, well, what is the biggest inspiration for my games? It's not one thing, it's a collection of things. No surprise, I'm sure that's very similar. But in a sort of word, it's the community. The community that I interact with I find very inspiring. From the Facebook group of the RPG Brigade and other ones, to the YouTube channels I interact with via video form and talk to, and the games that I play in, both as a player and a GM, I find it really inspiring because it shows just how many different types of play styles there is out there and different ways to do things and to approach a problem or a solution. You know, there's not one size fits all to playing these games, and that's what I really love. And I find it really inspiring that I see this in other GMs and I take lessons from that. I learn things from them, from their styles, from the cinematic to the simulationist to the improvising kind of GM. I take a lot of inspiration and I really enjoy that interaction. So there's not one thing that can beat that, unfortunately. That is the big inspiration. You guys are rad. So thank you very much. But I'm guessing you guys want a few other examples of actual books and films that I find inspiring, so I'll give a couple that off the top of my head. A book that I find really inspiring is Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. And the reason why this really affects my tabletop role-playing is that in that book, magic follows a set of rules. But there are multiple different types of magic, but they follow their own types of rules, and that's what I like, is that magic should be consistent. It should have some kind of governing factor. It should not just be a because it's magic. It should have a this works because this, this and this. Or it can do this because you have this and can do this. Rather than just because. I like that. I like that it tries to make it be consistent, and that's good for tabletop in that if magic does something they don't understand, the players, eventually they can work it out and they can see the steps that went into making that work. No matter how complex the spell, that there has to be a step-by-step progression, which is good for telling a story because you can tell stories about someone trying to construct a really complicated ritual, and the steps that they go to do it can be part of the story of the players trying to thwart it. Very clever, very inspiring. I love my video games. I don't know if I've ever talked about it on the channel. I don't really do video game stuff on the channel at the moment, but I may in the future. But I really do enjoy my video games, and they teach me things that transfer to tabletop. Things like pacing. That you have to shake up the pace. You can't have it consistently high energy, fighting all the time. You have to bring the pace down at some point and sort of change the tempo. Otherwise it just becomes numbing and they don't appreciate the high drama and the kind of talking, sort of sitting by the fire kind of scenes. You know, you have to mix it up a bit to get that feeling of, you know, danger, safety, even though safety is usually an illusion. Things like that. So, I hope you really enjoyed listening to this video as much as I have enjoyed telling you about it. I've kind of gushed about the community again as any opportunity is given to me. And I hope you guys will join me again for another RPG Day video soon. Until then, take care guys.